You can't?
Cannot. Now I can, yeah.
Okay.
Just now it didn't work.
Okay. How are you?
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everybody. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I think everybody can unmute themselves. Are you able to unmute yourself?
Good afternoon. Yes.
Yes. Okay, that works then. Claudia, are you able to unmute yourself now?
Now I can, yeah. But you muted me again.
Sorry, I'm just trying to see the thing because it's supposed to mute everyone because then the background
Yes,
noise
we can.
Yes, you can.
Yes, we can.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
You have to keep admitting people into the. I see that we are almost. Yeah, people have registered are joining us. Good.
Sir, I'm Angela. This is Vijay Kumar from Isha Foundation.
Hi, hello Vijana. How are you?
Fine,
Good to
fine,
see you.
fine.
Good to see you.
Should I unmute or should I mute?
I think let's everybody be on mute until everybody's here, and then
Mute.
you
Great.
know, questions. you
Sure.
can
Thank
unmute.
you. Thank you.
Hello, Claudia.
Hi.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you, Mr. Guy?
Hello, Mr. Guy.
Excellent. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
You are in Indonesia or
I'm in Germany.
huh?
I'm in
You are-
Germany. I'm in Germany.
Okay.
Yeah, for the time being.
Right.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody, and good morning, Claudia.
Hi, Rashmi.
Hi, Angela.
Hi, how are you?
Very well. How are you?
Very good, thank you. I hear the situation in India has improved.
We believe so. At least in Delhi, it is slightly better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm
That's
from
it.
Bangalore. Nothing has improved here. It's going up.
Oh,
day by
really?
day. Yeah.
Oh, no. Are you still in a lockdown situation?
No, it's all open. Free for
Okay.
all.
Okay.
I was talking to Naveen the other day, Naveen Kishore from Seagull, and he said in Kolkata there are ad hoc lockdowns happening, and they just announce it, twice a week, anytime, and then they're supposed to shut it down. That's very strange. So I guess are we all in? Surti, do we need to? Okay, we have
Yeah.
more people. We have more people joining in.
Sorry?
Oh, I don't know. I think there was background noise.
Oh, that's background noise, yeah.
Hi, who's this? Somebody's audio is on. Okay, so I can mute people also. Yes.
Yes, you can. As a moderator, you can.
Yeah. So I just tried that option. It works. So
Oh, shall we
should
start?
start? Yeah, I think that was my question too.
Mhm.
So hello everyone, and good afternoon to everyone joining us today. Most of you, I think, know of Claudia Kaiser. She is the vice president at the Frankfurt Book Fair, and I'm here joining you from the Delhi GBO. And I have Surti along with me. Surti, please say hi to everyone.
Hi, everyone. Surti here.
Right.
And I and Surti are here in the Delhi office. We're trying to work out the digital events and services for you this afternoon. So, as you all know, that with the pandemic, everybody was thrown slightly off hook with how we're trying to cope up with the book fairs and everything. And as always, Frankfurt Book Fair was able to sort of bring in this entire project, the digital events and services online. It is work in progress, and I'll be giving you the presentation and sharing information on what all services we've been able to put together so far, which is we're also developing as we go ahead. So I'm sure there will be a lot of questions that I may not be able to instantly answer them, but you can be rest assured that we'll get back to you with all the answers. And what we're presenting to you right now are the ones that we've closed on, and this is how we're going forward. So most of it is done. We know how we're going ahead with it, and the login pages and the areas where the exhibitors have to put in information. All of those things are ready. But as and when there'll be development, we'll keep you posted via our emails. I'm sure your emails have been cluttered a lot with our emails lately, with the updates coming your way. So before we start, Claudia, would you like to share a little bit about the whole idea of the digital book fair, and give us the hope that it's gotten and the way we are trying to take this forward?
Yeah, sure. Thank you very much for having me. And once again, hello, everyone, and welcome to this meeting. Yeah, as you know, we all have been in a situation where we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't know what the numbers are going to be like tomorrow, and what about travel restrictions and all that sort of thing. You all know that most book fairs have been canceled. Some have done some digital programs, but the bigger ones and the most important ones have just been canceled, just like the London Book Fair. So we thought we should not let that happen. We should do something in order to supply people with the tools to do business and to join the book fair, even if they cannot do it on a personal level, but at least take part in the networking, get some more information, try sell rights or whatever exhibitors are usually doing at the Frankfurt Book Fair. So we started developing a digital concept, which means that people, well, I mean, Angela will tell us a little bit more about it, how it works in detail. As you probably also have heard, we received some funding from the German government because for them it's very important that Frankfurt Book Fair, the biggest in the world, is happening, even if the physical event might be smaller and sort of restricted to Germany and Europe because of travel restrictions. But in the digital space, everyone should have an opportunity to participate. And so they said, okay, we'll fund you, and we want everyone to participate. So this year, the digital participation is completely free of charge. Angela and the team in New Delhi will guide us through the process of what it means to be a digital exhibitor and what is necessary and how you can apply for it. Just let me say a few words about the physical fair. We will have a physical fair. As I just mentioned, it's going to be a smaller event. And obviously, because of the difficult travel situation in the world and the different guidelines and restrictions entering countries and quarantine restrictions, the fair will be rather small, and we will only be using part of what you are used to seeing in Frankfurt. But we will have it at the moment. Should the numbers rise, as you probably have heard in Germany right now, it looks like the number is rising, but basically there's more testing being done. So that as one of the reasons why the numbers seem to be rising. But should the authorities decide this is not a good idea, then obviously we will only have for the digital fair. So I'm looking forward to our discussions. And I'm sure that Angela or Surti will tell us a little bit about how we're going forward, when to ask questions and things like that. Thank you. You have to unmute yourself.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
I guess. Okay, so thank you for sharing that information, Claudia. And yes, we will be sharing this a bit of information that we'll be starting with the presentation now. It's a small presentation, not too much information. I'll be also sharing some links from the website that you'll be able to see after the meeting. Obviously, Surti will send everybody the files and the links for what we refer to right now. And if you have any questions, you can put it in the chat box, and maybe we take it at the end of the session, or I think that'll be better. You can note down your questions and we can take it at the end altogether. And I think that'll make it for everybody to gather their thoughts and give them time to know what we're trying to, achieve here. So to start with the presentation, as you all know, it's from the 14th to the 18th this year again. And just one second, let me switch the slides. Yeah. So the special edition is again, as we had already sort of, even from the Jurgen's press conference that happened earlier this year, we had already established that it's going to be more of a European dominated fair, also because there's going to be restrictions in traveling, and we don't really know how it's going to change with the coming time. And yes, it's going to be a B2B and a B2C event. We have equipped our platform to take on the new challenges of the time. And here are some of this is obviously our objective this year, which has always been there, but special focus for the digital offers is that we facilitate business, we create more visibility, and that we're still able to reach out to an international audience. Even furthermore, because with the facility of being digital, we may be able to include people who were not able to earlier be a part of the fair with a physical stand, and were not able to share their catalogs, etc. before. But now I think with the digital facility, everyone will have the facility to reach out to the entire FBM audience at a click of their button. So that's another thing. As Claudia just mentioned, we have the Cultural Minister, Commissioner Monica Grutter. She sort of helped us out with the 4 million euros of grant that we've gotten, and Frankfurt Book Fair has actually passed it on to all our exhibitors to make it to make the digital offering free of cost for everyone. And this is one of these initiatives that Frankfurt has always been. We've had so many multiple programs that we've always tried to be more inclusive, get in everybody, from smaller to bigger publishers of different regions. And again, this funding is helping us in that nature, where we're able to provide the digital offers for free, because obviously it's a new development, and this is something that we would like to already take forward in the coming years and have a digital representation also. So here is this is what our new brand, not brand, but yeah, it's the new altogether now is what we're looking at, because digital, it's a hybrid fair with digital and physical presence, and everybody's able to come together thanks to the whole initiative here. And the hashtag we use this year is FBM20. For anything that you'll be doing regarding the Frankfurt promotions, I think it will be good to use the hashtag, and it will help us piggyback on each other's digital followers. So here is basically the crux of the digital offers, which will help everybody get a sense of what we're trying to do. So when you see at the bottom of the pyramid here, it's the matchmaking tools, the Frankfurt rights, the exhibitor directory, and the calendar of events. These three topics, technically, or four actually, they give you the maximum. This is like where an exhibitor can reach out to their sellers and buyers at the maximum range. So here are the four tools that we have provided you with this year. Thematic specials is one introduction that we are doing this year, where you will be able to upload your catalogs and titles with a picture. I'll give you more details, but this is just to give you a brief of what all has been introduced this year. And then Bookfest Digital is something that is an extension of the Bookfest City that used to happen every year, which is going to be Bookfest Digital. Earlier in the previous months, we had circulated a call for ideas for people to participate in the Bookfest Digital, which is now over though, but yes, we have shortlisted a couple of ideas from our region also, which will be showcased in the Bookfest Digital, which will happen on the 17th of the fair. 17th, that is the Saturday. It's a 16-hour long program that will start slightly early-ish in German times, trying to cater to all the time zones where everybody is able to participate. And the conferences and the B2B events, which is a sort of the known factor of Frankfurt, the conferences and the events that always take place. This year the format is almost similar, but just the difference is that it's not going to happen on the Tuesday of the fair. It's going to happen across the fair on different days. So I'll just give you a little bit of explanation on how we're going forward with this. Just one second. Yeah. So this is the digital hub, the book fair site, the My Book Fair section, bookmesse.de. That is the website has already been equipped for all of us to be able to join it in. So the only way that if you want to exhibit at Frankfurt or digitally, you will have to send us an exhibitor form. Let me just quickly.
Madam, I cannot see anything. Where can I see the things you are loading now?
You're not able to see the presentation, Vimal?
No, not at all. Where I can see it?
Is everybody able to see the screen?
I am.
Yes, yes, we are
Yes,
able to
yes,
see.
we can. We can clearly see the screen.
So I think, Vimal, maybe it's your internet connection, I suppose, then I
No,
guess.
internet is okay, madam, but where I have to see it? Is it on this screen or somewhere else?
On your
In
screen.
chat?
This is on your
On
screen.
my No, I don't have anything on my screen. We have only videos. 6 people videos.
You need to go to your view options, Vimal. Go to the
View
top
option.
view options
Okay.
and close
Then
your video panel. Hide video panel. And then you'll be able to see their
hide video panel. Okay, I already hide it then.
And now you should be able to see it because we can all see their screen.
Where? On the screen?
On the screen, yes.
Yeah.
But I can't.
I think you should keep swiping right. It's the very first screen. Keep swiping right.
Okay, just a minute.
Oh, you see, yeah.
Yeah, now it's okay. Thank you.
Okay,
Cool.
perfect.
Perfect. Thank you, Arpita. Thank you, Rashmi.
Problem.
Yeah. So, are you all able to see the website that I've opened, the Frankfurt Book Fair website?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is the new section, the digital book fair section that we've added here. And as I said, that everything's on the one website, nothing's changing here. And the hashtag for this year is obviously FBM20. This is basically, the slide only tells you about how everything is placed on one website. You don't have to really go onto multiple things and look around. So all the information is available here. There are FAQs, there is everything that, when you scroll down, you'll be able to see through the information. Now, the process here is very simple. There is a registration form, which I think everybody must have received. I'll just quickly pull it up and show you. This is the registration form, which is available on the website also, and we can obviously, it's being mailed across to everyone. You're requested to fill this form up. Very simple details are required. Fill it up in English, company name, postal addresses, very basic information. What is of key importance here this year is that you'll have to make sure that the contact person that you mention here is going to be very important, because the contact person will be enabled to use, upload your profile, your company profile, and maintain all of that information that as a digital exhibitor. So this particular format is important. And also you will have to make sure that if you are going to be a seller of rights or a seller of rights, then you have to make sure that you mention the name and the email ID of the person who will be looking into that particular aspect. Please make sure that you don't really mix the two if you have two different people. And you will be given up to 2 or 3 people, 4 people who could log in under this. You'll have to let us know in advance that you would like more people, because some people have more rights managers and they would like different logins for them or whatever, so we can add you on. And that is the facility available, but that's only if you send us an email and let us know, and we kind of manually enable that for you guys. So it's a very simple form. It's a one-pager technically, and you just fill it up and send it to us, and this will enable you to become a digital exhibitor at the Frankfurt Book Fair this year. Generally, everybody sends in the physical the forms for the registration of a stand, but this year, because it's digital, so there's a digital form separately for that. And the login and everything remains from the same page. We log in from here once you have the digital, you log in from here as a digital exhibitor, you will be able to see the different options, which are these rights, Frankfurt rights. You'll be able to see the matchmaking, exhibitor and event services at the back end of you once you log in. Like once you log into your exhibitor, so there's always a difference between what a trade visitor can see on the back end and what an exhibitor can see on the back end once you log into the dashboard. So that's why it is important to be registered as a digital exhibitors to be able to see those options on your screen. So moving on, then this is the new addition, that is this thematic specials that you will have access to. So just to show you how these pages will look. So under different heads like Gourmet Gallery, Frankfurt Kids, Academic, STM, there'll be different pages like these on the dashboard, where on your backend you will have the access to put up these tiles. You can see these little tiles here. So these tiles are enabled where you can put up a picture, maybe of your author, of the title that you'd like to promote, or if there's a specific event that you like to do. So these are rotating tiles, and these are called presentation tiles. You'll be able to choose them. You'll be able to upload a picture, put in a little bit of details about it, and a link also if you'd like to. And this will show up on the thematic page, and if somebody's browsing through those and will discover your event or your title on this page, and will be directed via link, will be able to join wherever you would like them to get redirected, probably to your website or to more information. So this is as I said, this is basically giving you visibility. That's one of the main goals, to make sure that you have multiple visibility options. And therefore, this thematic pages is something that will help you put out your titles and other information, or your events also thematically under those categories. So it's a very simple procedure. You just have to, once you log in, you'll see that there is the thematic specials, a tool called presentation tiles, and you just upload a picture and it'll show you in the front, on the front of the website. And just 1 second, then yeah. So this is the profile. I'll just switch the screen. Yeah, so this is the digital company profile. This is how it's going to look once you register, and this is how it's going to show up on your exhibitors directory. You'll be able to add your links, and you'll be able to add your clips, which documents which were not earlier available. If you see that there will be an option to share your content, and also your social media button, so there'll be all on one page. Earlier, these options were not available with the exhibitor directory, which has been enabled specifically for this year, and we obviously will try and continue it for the coming years. So the calendar of events, as all the years that we've managed to keep it, the calendar of events, you'll be able to enter in your details. You'll be able to, now the added functionality is that you'll be able to add in your multimedia content. You'll be able to add more images. You'll be able to organize it better. So it'll become like your digital diary of sorts during the event. This obviously will start in September, where you can start filling in your events, and the events are something that we use in Frankfurt for maximum visibility of your products, services, or something new that you'd like to introduce to the publishing world. So this is another thing that, so basically there's more of a revamping of the previous services. Now, the most important part, the rights trade online. As you all know, that I've just mentioned that, through the form, you'll be able to, deal with rights also. These are going to be more basic services than anything else. You'll be able to upload your titles. Everybody can upload their titles. It is also, you can also do it in an Excel format. There's a format that will be available on the back end that you can download and fill it up and just upload that document. You don't have to do like multiple entries of it, and by that you'll be able to put out your titles. There's an in-depth this year, because there's an in-depth sort of search facility available that people will be able to sort of discover you and your titles through it. And people will be able to get in touch with you directly regarding the the contacts, the rights of the titles and everything. And yeah, so this is just that it'll be available on a desktop version. It's also that you will have access to it up until June next year. So this is one service this is another service that will extend till June next year. So it's not only during the book fair, but all the possibilities of the deals that you're tracking through this will be available till June next year. So
Angela, if I may chip in.
yeah,
Can you hear me? Yeah, okay.
Yes.
So you probably know that we started a service some years ago called IPR License, which is a platform for selling rights. And this is a basic version of the IPR license platform, which highlights visibility of the titles.
Yeah. Thank you, Gloria. So the networking events and the curated sessions, this is obviously the conferences that I used to have on Tuesdays. These are now being spread across Monday to Thursday. It'll between 3 to 5:30 to 6ish every day, and different themes are as always. And this year the facility that we have is that these will be online programs and that everybody will have access to this for free. Earlier these were all paid programs, and so this I think will be a beneficial part for all of you. Matchmaking tool is something that I think all of us are sort of used to with the app that we've already had. This year, the search is going to be, the algorithms are being worked upon to make sure that, the categories that you choose are sent to you, your suggestions that are sent to you are based on that. And you will be able to discover more people. And so we hope that this works out too. Now, is the book fest digital? Nothing. I mean, this is one area where we've already gotten a lot of ideas for the 17th of October, the 16-hour day that we're going to have. That'll be showcased from our Frankfurt Book Fair site also. And we will in GBO, the different GBOs are doing this for their own sections also. So the GBO New Delhi is also going to be booking a certain slots where you will be allowed, you can send in your ideas and we can have them played on our GBO networks. And we'll share more information about the GBO slots with you in the upcoming mails. And but that's not really the GBO, the Bookfest Digital, but it's something that the GBO is facilitating for the South Asian region. So all of you can send in your requests and we can really pick up a couple of programs from there. So that's fairly about it. This is just the Bookfest Digital recap. And so being a part of this is one timeline that I wanted to share with you guys. I'm just quickly, trying to switch again. This one pager must have reached all of you, and I think this is something that you all can refer to, which is also the last 2 bits of my slide, which is what needs to be done now. Except for at the moment, you need to sort of have your own form sent to us as digital exhibitor so that we can register you. You can have your login, you can be facilitated as an exhibitor, you can upload your documents, you can already start preparing for the fair. Generally everybody prepares for the fair with meetings and all that, so all that can start happening. You can start putting up your catalog, start preparing for the fair. And as and when, I think in September, which is about 6 to 7 days from now, you will be able to start working on all of this. I'm sure most of you would have planned some sort of digital events. Most of you would have, wanting to promote their specific titles and all that. So the rotating presentation tiles, there'll be a lot of things that will need to be done at a later stage. So we can start preparing it for now because it's a new app and there'll be new sort of questions that will be coming to you. So that it'll be easier that we can assist you right away with all the information that you require. And I and Surti are available to you guys for whatever information you need. And yeah, so this is basically a very just one page that I think we all are floating to you. So in case you feel a little confused as to where you need to do what, or what, and you know, if there's any sort of questions, you can get in touch with us. So that's basically about it. Not too much overwhelming information. It's just how you will be able to, I mean, I think the only questions are going to start once you start using the website, have register as a digital exhibitor, and then I think whatever questions you have, you guys can let us know. But at the moment, if there are questions, please let me know.
I would thank you, Angela, for sharing all of this. I would suggest that you register as a digital exhibitor as soon as possible,
Yeah.
because there will be, I mean, there will be like a threshold of 7,500 exhibitors.
Yes.
So I think it would be good to do that as soon as possible, because only if you register, then you will also be able to access all these other programs, as Angela already mentioned. So I just wanted to encourage you to do that as soon as possible. It's not very complicated either.
Yeah, and it's 7,500 exhibitors, up to 7,500 exhibitors. That these services are for free. So we might as well make the most of it while it's available. Do we have questions?
Yeah.
Sure.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Claudia.
Yes.
You mentioned in Jaipur that the Indian presence is normally quite difficult to see Indian presentation as a whole. Now, since the fair is digital, will it be possible for you to create a branding for the Indians so that maybe they look a little bit more presentable?
I think that. Okay, I think that should be possible. However, I don't think we can do it. I think India has to do it. Okay. So if, let's say, if you name it, whichever organization feels that this could be a new start. Yeah.
A logo we can give to you.
Then that should be possible. Yes. I mean, even if, because all of that, most of the things in the exhibitor's catalog that used to be chargeable are now for free. So let's say if you had a joint logo, books from India or something like that, then every exhibitor who enters their details, who registers for the fair, can put in this logo or another logo, and then you could add like a video or something. You could all link to the video. This all could be embedded in the exhibitor's entry.
Are you finished? Please continue. Finish.
No, I'm fine. Yeah.
I don't want to get into the same situation where things don't happen well. So
yeah,
to keep it like a very small identity or a logo.
Yeah, that could definitely be, and it's easy to do. Yes.
More likely we are to fail, you know. So better to just keep maybe some simple branding if people like it. You know, you the guys like it. You just, if the GBO likes it, they can just suggest it to all the people to use.
Yeah, sure. We can suggest it. Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you for that comment.
Yeah, I have a question. Can we put video content as well?
Who's asking? Sorry, I'm not able to see who's asking.
I am Shad.
Hi, Shad. Yeah, hi, Shad. Yeah.
Right.
You will be. Where do you want to put out your video content?
I mean, wherever you allow us to put.
You on the exhibitors category. Yes, you can. You can put out video content in the exhibitors catalog, and you can also link and upload documents and all of that. So it'll be more, sort of. It'll give you more space.
More like a little landing page for per exhibitor.
Yeah, it'll be like a landing page per exhibitor. Correct. Thanks, Claudia. Yes, Nita. You're on mute, Nita.
Oh, sorry. So my question actually continues. I'm picking up from where Naresh left off about, participating as a group. So for the last few months, we've been, and I think, Claudia, I mentioned it to you as well, where we have this small collaborative effort with a number of Indian language publishers from, representing almost 12 languages across India. So we were hoping to do something like a page which would represent these publishers coming together, exhibiting their books. So from that perspective, we need to register as the collaborative, right? And we, individually, the publishers can register as, you know, for their languages or for their publishing houses individually. Yes. But we could then together have them all also exhibit under the logo of our collaborative organization as well, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think we need to double check that, Angela and Surti, how that can be done. But I think it is important that every exhibitor registers on their own. And then you have a logo which you all use, or you can even put, I mean, you can create a video or something. Exactly. And then everyone can link to this video, everyone can link to the, or put on the logo, the, you know, the joint logo, so that, and even put in, you know, a text saying this is part, we are part of the so-and-so Indian language publishing initiative, or whatever you want to call it.
So I would probably need some kind of hand-holding for that. So maybe I will reach out to you, Angela.
Sure.
And just sort of just clarify so that, you know, there's no double kind of registrations.
Makes sense.
And it shouldn't clog up your database, because it can be just one registration for, say, about 20 publishers or something.
Correct.
Or whether each of them plus the organization. So I'll just clarify this separately on an email.
Sure.
And lovely to see you all. And of course, the presentation was lovely. So thank you for.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining.
Good to see you.
Yes, absolutely. It's been so long now, and it's so awful that we cannot travel and cannot get around. And
so are you still in the Southeast Asia, or
no? I'm in Germany at the
back
time.
In German. Okay.
Yeah. I thought it's better to be closer to my mother in case something happens. So I'll stick it out here.
Take care. I'm muting myself now.
Hi, Claudia.
Hi.
Sorry, I joined in late because there was a French book office discussion going on. Is earlier presentation any different than what has been done in the previous two webinars?
I don't think so. I think it's almost the same. But I mean, as you can imagine, all of this is new territory for all of us. Right. So we are, you know, I mean, we're updating the presentations and everything as we progress and as we get nearer to the date. Right. Yeah, so there might be some little changes, but basically, or some more details. Let's put it like that.
Yeah.
So essentially, the registrations are open now for digital.
Yes, they are.
Yes. We've sent the forms across. Vipin, I think you also would have received the digital.
Yeah, we got it last week. Right.
Yeah. So I think the first step now is for everyone is to register as a digital exhibitor. Just to clarify, it's all free of cost. And I think everybody should be able to make the most of it, since you know, there is a grant from the Foreign Office, and you know, so everybody should be able to register for free, and all the services are for free, so we might as well make the most of it.
Yeah.
No, it's a great opportunity.
Yeah, and I'm really, I mean, if not everything works out perfectly, we have to ask you to be patient. We're trying our best. I mean, people are, as you all know, creating digital events is sometimes even more time consuming than a regular event. And so everyone is really, really, really busy in trying to get the best, make it, you know, the best for everyone.
Right.
The forms, sorry, this is Indu here. Are the forms, if we haven't received the forms, they're available on the website, right?
They are, and we'll be sending it around to the group that is joined today.
Okay.
To everybody who's joined in today, today for the session, will be sent a particular mail with all the attachments and the links with FAQs and everything. So just go through it. If you have questions, write back to me. You can write to Surti. We're all available, and whatever questions you have.
Fine, thank you. Bipin, that's a handsome mustache you've sprouted.
Yes.
You're on mute, Bipin. You're on mute.
We are definitely going to register and looking forward to a new way of participation.
Yes.
On digital platform.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, as Angela said, it's also not just restricted to the time of the book fair, but it will continue the service, especially Frankfurt Rights, until next year, I think altogether for 10 months or something. So, you know, you could be visible online. The visibility is much longer than at a regular fair.
Is there any change in date in terms of uploading the data and the files from mid-March, mid-September?
I don't think so. I don't know. Angela?
There are no changes to that. But which files are you talking about? For the exhibitor's catalog, you mean?
Well, no, the digital publishers who are participating.
Yeah.
To offer their catalogs and their presentation material.
That's from mid-September.
Mid-September.
That's the timelines are still the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And the catalog of events, maybe we just should add a few words to that. Basically, it's going to be a worldwide catalog of book or content related events that will be collected in this catalog of events. So we always had the calendar of events, but obviously now, as everything is digital and you can include any digital or any physical event around the time of the book fair and even after the book fair, that's going to be a really interesting document as well. For the, I think Angela mentioned, we have the Bookfest online, which is going to be directed towards more a public audience, but we'll also have a B2B program. We have the conferences, which is like a 1.5 hours every day or 2 hours. And then there are some B2B sessions. I mean, B2B, what do you call it, events, like in a conference. And these are sometimes videos, short videos, or there can be a panel discussion online and things like that. So we're trying to amend or, you know, choose the format so that they are shorter and easier to watch. So, and I think one of the events will also be about India. We'll have something about the Arab world, something about audiobooks, something about diversity in publishing, accessibility. The program is not yet finished, but we'll make it available as soon as it is. But there's also going to be something about India, one event. And then, of course, a lot of publishers and a lot of institutions will have their own events. And those, the ones about India or South Asia can also be, if they are not being part of the official program, then they would be part of the official program and streamed via the GBO website and our channels. So that's also another possibility.
In terms of arranging meeting with other publishers, are we going to be able to use the GBO platform to arrange those meetings, or is it being done independently between the publishers?
It is in between the publishers via the matchmaking tool, and it will be between the publishers itself, whoever you match with or whomever you'd like to reach out to.
But is that through the matchmaking tool?
That's the matchmaking tool, correct.
Right. Okay.
And there'll also be some networking events on the Frankfurt Book Fair website or in the official, in the B2B program. And they are also in the making. So we'll have information about that as soon as possible, and we'll share it with you as soon as possible. Right now, I think it's going to be more like thematic, perhaps networking events where, you know, you have like round tables and then you can connect to the individual participants and then set up other meetings or go to a separate meeting room. Right. So all of that is in the making still. Mm-hmm.
So
And what is the update on the travel restrictions that EU had imposed
it's
on
still on.
India and other countries?
It's still on.
It's still on.
It's and on the South Asian countries, yes, there is still on. EU states, obviously, there are less restrictions that side, but we'll only know until September because it was till the end of August that these restrictions are there. So we'll know. I think there'll be some revision by September as to what are the new, I think, guidelines, or if there is still a restriction, if we are still blacklisted. So we'll know, I think, next month.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously something that we cannot change, we cannot influence, we just have to accept. Even as you probably know, Spain is now on the list of difficult countries for Germany. So, and Germany, I'm sure, is on a lot of blacklists as well. So, I mean, it's just something that we've got to tackle somehow. But yeah, that's a reality that we cannot neglect.
Yeah.
Is any one of you making plans to travel, if possible, to Frankfurt?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
I might possibly be in, if I can travel to the UK, I might possibly be there. But I'm not sure about Frankfurt, if it's, you know, with the Indian passport or what. I'm right now, actually, it's all up in the air till mid-September.
Yeah, exactly.
So I have a possibility of a travel in that period to the UK, but I'm not sure. So if I do, then, and if there is a possibility to travel to France, I would like to be there for a day. Just, you know, as a solidarity thing. But if not, we'll see next year.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. What about Jaipur? If you don't have any questions, maybe I can ask a question. What about Jaipur?
I really cannot say, because it's very difficult to say, and it's really not my place as well to say anything.
Okay.
It's really Sonjoy, Namita, and William who will have to take that decision, because it's it is a very big call.
Yeah, absolutely.
That it is.
What about other events in India? Are they all being cancelled, or have they all been cancelled, or are there any literary festivals, book fairs?
I think most of the festivals or events are happening online. There is a kind of a very small, you know, some people are hosting smaller events, but it's very private. It is not a. So I think everything is online right now through Facebook and through Instagram and through the YouTube channels. No events as such, unless there's something I'm missing. But I do know some people are hosting smaller programs, but that's really very private, and small reading programs and things for very small groups, but with no really big impact on book sales. Or Naresh has something to say there.
We have a small survey on our website, and 64% of the respondents are saying there will be no events related to printing, packaging, or publishing in India this year. But there are some events organized in December, some small exhibitions, which we believe will then also are quite likely to be cancelled. So, but people there are a few events scheduled for the last half of December, but 64% are saying there will be no events, and about, I think, 20% are saying they don't know, they can't say, which is understandable. There are a few people, 15-16%, who are thinking, yes, there will be an event.
Yeah.
I think it's sensible to say you can't say, or not likely.
Yeah.
But we are really focusing, Claudia. I mean, we are doing several book launches, but they are going to be all through webinars. So we have authors sitting in Seattle, 2 authors sitting in Seattle, an author sitting in Delhi, and all of those books are coming out between November and January. So we're doing several webinars in collaboration with the Association of the Authors, with an institute or a university, just to get a large audience.
I think actually the outreach of these webinars is quite tremendous.
Yes.
I think, you know, what we had before, and which was also wonderful, having the, you know, the individual launches in different cities. But doing these online outreach programs, I've seen a huge impact on actual book sales as well. So I think it is something that, I mean, I'm sure Naresh and people who are doing the study of these kind of impact studies for these kind of things would have a better idea or a better report in a few months from now. But I think, and I'm just such a small publisher with such a small list, I've seen a jump in sales, you know, with just some, you know, that kind of interaction, the recall value, somebody's face, checking what the book is, you know, it just has pushed sales. I cannot compare numbers, but I think it does have an effect on the.
Bipin, you can't move one of your book launches to Frankfurt time?
Well, it depends on whether the books are out and available. You know, the two new books that we are talking about, one of them is coming out next month, so we might be able to do something there. Other one is coming out just about the Frankfurt time. But I mean, we are doing currently books which were published earlier. We had a most unexpected participation in an event last week of a book we had published, you know, 2 years ago. A reprint on Ravi Verma, and there were 4,000 people on Facebook and about 800 on Zoom webinar. This is incredible participation.
Wow.
It really depends on how well it's marketed, how interesting the topics are.
Adya, we recently organized an introduction to digital publishing, a course on digital publishing, and we had 25 participants in the first course, 5 participants from Ghana and 1 from Sri Lanka and rest from India. A very good course. It was 8 sessions and 2 sessions every day. And we are releasing one book on 30th of August or on the Zoom itself, where the Bollywood actor Anil Kapoor is going to release the book and all that. So things are moving. Things are moving. These are not at standstill.
Yeah.
But this is a new normal.
Yeah.
We have to adapt ourselves, and it will take little time, but because it is not going to be end very soon, it is going to be. So that's what we are hearing in all the papers and all that. But I think things will improve much after the vaccine has come over.
Yeah. So that is actually a very valid point, because once the vaccine is here, only then we'll know how we go back to our not so normal. But I think this is also good. I think we are more living more consciously now, and being a little more resourceful with our environment, and not only that, but also when it comes to meetings and things, we're doing everything that is avoidable, and everything that can be done digitally. I think we are using technology at its best now. So I think
technically there is no pollution in this. There is no pollution. Yeah.
Delhi is resuming its state, so I don't know about that. But yeah, but anyways, anybody has any questions regarding the presentation, or anything regarding the digital book fair, anything that I can take for last comments?
We will get back to you. You are here in Delhi, no problem.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, now we are all digitally. We are now, not just now, but we are more easily digitally connected. So it's easy to get on a call and organize another conference or something.
Looking forward. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Claudia,
so good to see you all.
Very
Good to see you too. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Claudia.
Thanks, Rashmi. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. And if there's anything, we'll be sending out mails to everyone with all the links and details. And if there are any queries, we'll get back. I think I'll have more queries once you start filling in the form.
Yes.
I think
I'll get to you there. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much. Take good care of yourselves and hope to see you in person soon.
Yes.
Maybe in Delhi, we see you in Delhi.
Absolutely. If not in Frankfurt and Delhi, yes.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
Take care.
Bye.
Thank you so much for joining.